We opened the week at 73 cents, closed strongly at 93, having briefly dipped to 72 and surged to a high of $1.04. That move marked the completion of target 3 on our butterfly harmonic, affectionately known as the zebra crossing. And overall, the weekly range delivered a positive gain of 44.4%. So big moves on Lipson, big week for everybody in the Discord. Crucially, we've now printed a higher high and a higher. This is a continuation structure that's beginning to echo with confidence. Several trend lines now point to more of the same. This suggests that we may not be at the end of the move. This could just be a little rest along the way to those higher targets, not just on the butterfly, but confluent with other technical analysis. As we move into the days ahead, there's a few things we're watching closely on the chart. I'll check in with that in a second. We've also got this ongoing competition for the best meme on Lipson or Rocky Outcrop Discord. Get involved there. The link is www.discord.gg/Rocky Outcrop. Great fun to be had, great conversations, great people. One of the highlights this week was a post shared by MasterKiller that reached a large number of eyeballs on a subreddit for penny stocks. Very wise post, came at the perfect time and written in the perfect tone. So thank you very much for that, MasterKiller. It brought lots of new eyeballs. Those eyeballs turned into folks on Discord who were greeted with a warm welcome by kitties and others, an introduction to the opportunity and direction on where to find more resources. So thank you everybody for your involvement this week across the community. It's really appreciated. Now into those charts. Weekly time frame, and you can see the structure evolving. Those trend lines we spoke about coming from underneath with one low, series of higher lows thereafter. Also got a high, higher high, and an evolution of these trend lines from beneath where you've had 3 touches and the top side where you're looking for a third. Would mean take this guy up here, an extension, then breaking a downward sloping macro trend line, particularly important for the downside trend that's persisted in live person since the early days of COVID. Break that. The next target up at around 250, in line with this higher high, completion of this channel, third touch to the top side. That's an extension of a trend now confirmed to be in motion. So the probability is much higher than they were previously. Tension growing on live person, you would anticipate. There's also been confirmations of those volatility signals we spoke about on paid side. Shout out to everybody who supports the community. You are so appreciated. Then moving from the weekly all the way down here to the 4-hour time frame, where you've got a couple of different things to put in context. That butterfly harmonic, we spoke about the targets. The cat in at around 81 to 84 cents. Well and truly broke that. Came up and saw our friend the owl at around 92 to 93. Break that, and we got a touch to the cent on that zebra crossing at 1.04. We didn't quite yet make it to Foxy Boxing and Hot Oil Wrestling, but that is still on the menu, because if we drop down to the 15-minute time frame, you can see that there is a deep crab on the charts. That gives us a number of targets. We've gone through the first. We've also exceeded an 886 on the V-shaped recovery. So there's a possible chance that prices could return to that previous high and break it, go on for a very powerful move above $1 and start that countdown again, which I hope brings a lot of friends back to the channel and the community. So this extension here, taking us back to that zebra crossing, providing us with confluence, all of that back on a 4-hour time frame, familiar targets from our previous harmonic, those 2 previous lows higher than each other, and looking for continuation of this trend in motion, this channel at the bottom side of price actions, which will do something very, very good for price, something that will lead to much higher moves. As you can see, the lows here forming a little bit of a W formation on the charts. Then they came back and put in another W. Now, if this completes the Foxy Boxing Hot Oil Wrestling prediction up around 120, 121 topside there, the next move you'd be anticipating would be up at around 150, finding some resistance there before breaking through and putting in a massive topside move to around $2.50. Now, if you got that move, it would be a W formation. It would also form a wow signal on the charts. This is what we've been talking about since day one here. Sometimes narrative is only possible to discern in retrospect. Other times, if you get the right community, communicate with them in the right way, and we all support each other, you can achieve wonderful things. Make everybody else literally say, wow.
You ain't a bad kitty cat for getting out of bed. Now you get right back in.